Hey, 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 how are we all doing? Great to see you all. Thank you very much for joining me for another day. We have got a special guest on today, the Wizard of Alt. The legend is going to be joining us very soon. He will be jumping on momentarily. And yeah, obviously, big week ahead, as the title suggests. We've got FOMC and much more data coming. So we will rattle through that, get you all prepared. We'll look at the market, obviously what happened last week. Looking into this week, I did cover a lot of it on stream last night, but we will obviously take a deeper look into that today. And of course, as always, if you do have anything that you want me to look at in particular, get it in the chat and we'll obviously look at that for you. But yeah, make sure you legends drop an early like on the stream, please. Let's get the likes going. And we will kick things off in just a second. So yeah, let's get it going. But let me know who's in the chat. Let me know if you had a good weekend. So yeah, we will kick things off. Just 1 second. Right, let's get going. I am ready now. Just had to do some final things in the background. So boom, there I am. Hello, everyone. Nick, how we doing? Short video guru. What's good, my man? And we have Pappy. Paps, how we doing, mate? Great to see you as well. Thank you for joining. Anyone else who's lurking in the background, please do come into the comment section. Get in, get involved. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what you've been up to. Have you been trading well? Have you not been trading well? We could have maybe offer you some tips or help. And Wiz, are you ready to come up, Wiz? Give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up, yeah? Okay. Wiz, how we doing?
Hello, Dave. How are we?
I'm Wiz. You've gone full docs mode.
I know. I've not been wearing the wizard outfit as of late, but yeah, I just couldn't be bothered putting it on.
Yeah, well, you know what's really funny is I have also actually been considering it. Obviously, I think it's a little bit different from because I think obviously I would have to see what TMG thinks, but I was thinking how much longer can I really keep wearing this snood for? I mean, the cap and the sunglasses can stay. You know, I'm not really too fussed about that, but I was thinking like the snood's got to go at some point on it. But yeah, it's great to see your beautiful face, mate.
Oh, thank you very much, Dave.
So everyone's very love in the chat to Wiz doxing himself for you guys. Obviously,
he's very flirtatious.
Yeah, he's only doxing his big beautiful face. Still don't know his name, and hopefully none of you will find out his name. But yeah, there we go. John Brown, how we doing? Steve, the legend, Steve. Steve, mate, we've got to have you on the stream soon. You know, Steve, you've got to come on the stream soon. If it's literally only just to come on and chat to me, because I miss you, mate. I miss your voice. I miss you yourself. And you'll have to let me know, obviously, when you're not doing so much handiwork. If you are free.
Howdy.
Yeah, around the time of streaming, it would be great to just have you just jump on and just tell me what you've been up to. Yeah, so that would be great. And obviously, we are coming into August, so I think, you know, pretty soon we will start the preparation of building up to Zebu. Obviously, we'll try and get as many people to Zebu as possible that want to come across the CSE and Stonksy community, and just have a real good time there, and of course have a real good piss up as well on both the nights. So we'll start that soon. Obviously, for those of you that have been in CSE, you know, for a year or more, if you didn't come last year, obviously, like you, Steve, anyone else, it'd be great to obviously see you down if you manage to get to it. And of course, if you want to get to it, you know, don't just come down just to see me or Wiz. If you actually genuinely want to, because it's not going to be a cheap do, you know, obviously staying in London, the ticket, obviously the expenditure while we're there. But it is a good laugh, and it will be definitely a good thing to do. So we'll look forward to that. Yeah, we'll start building upwards for that. But obviously yesterday, we had a great rally over the weekend, as we were looking at on Friday, that relief. We've obviously come up, we've hit resistance again, so we're banged into resistance, and we've come down a little bit, but obviously Bitcoin is looking like it may go for another go. Now, I think if it goes again, I find it hard to believe it doesn't try and come and clear this liquidity above 120. But Stonksy got another great 5-minute double confirmation yesterday, running it upwards. And the stock market is flying. Obviously, the S&P in futures hours went all the way up to 6,423. So it's edging ever closer towards 7,000. And it is going to open, I believe, if I have a look. Yeah. So it is currently obviously scheduled to open higher on today's open. If it stays lurking around here, we did close 6,393. Ish. So yeah, it's scheduled to open a bit higher, and stocks just continue to melt upwards. Obviously, we'll cover ETH, we'll cover some other altcoins today, but let me know in the chat what you guys are looking at. We had a nice little stream last night covering the market, and we had a look at what I'm particularly looking at moving into this week, what I'm going to be prioritizing. We can obviously cover that again too. And yeah, so I suppose, Wiz, what have you been doing, mate? What have you been looking at? What have you been prioritizing? I know you've obviously still doing a lot of trading between crypto and stocks. You had a good little P&L dump in CSE before. I did see that, which was very nice. So yeah, are you still prioritizing mainly stocks, but also, you know, splitting enough time to crypto? Or
I think I'm well positioned for crypto. I think I've started buying a lot more things now. I've not really been trading per se. If I take a position on a crypto, I'll tend to just do sort of a meaty DCA on like a 2 or a 3x for a swing position. But yeah, I got into some nice crypto positions. I think from a stock perspective, there's still a little bit more juice in the tank on certain things, and there's certain things that have come into interesting levels. But I'm starting to turn my attention a little bit more towards crypto now, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah. I mean, ETH is just. I'm very excited about ETH for this coming week. Very, very excited. Maybe not for the right reasons, because I'm looking to get a nice giga short on it, which might not be music to everyone's ears, but this is mainly what I'm prioritizing on ETH, is a run up to around 4,200 and then just giga short it and see what happens. But I mean, the rally that it's had has been unbelievable. When you consider just a few months ago, it was kind of death to ETH dead, all that jazz, down in the depths of 1,500. So it's had a huge resurgence, and it's obviously leading the way for altcoins. Generally, altcoins, there's some that are outperforming pretty much anything obviously linked to Ethereum is performing well. We've got OP there, 10% up today. Obviously, ENA has been flying. That is just on a mental charge. And that is also on my radar, and in 2 positions to try and hit back to the downside. But also in Solana, Radium's up very nicely today. It seems to be a good time. Obviously, it seems to be a good time. I mean, the thing is that while we've got a lot of new things, you know, running and running hard and high, a lot of things are just about getting some value back, isn't it? You know, things got smashed so hard since December, January. You know, when you look at a certain chart, like if we pull up, obviously Hype is in a league of its own, and that's done like a 5x from the bottom. But you know, if you look at something like DOT, for example. And we do seem to shit on DOT a lot, but I think it does deserve it. If you look at DOT, you know, in November, December, it hit above $10, and it's still, you know, obviously more than 50% down. So for something like this, it's just about getting some value back in the market. Can it retrace, obviously, some of this selling? And then, you know, who knows from there? Can it go on and match these highs? Can it go on higher? But just about, you know, flipping back some of this long drawn out selling pressure that we've had on altcoins. But then, you know, some are obviously doing it a lot faster than others. That ENA run has been unbelievable. Sui's obviously broke out.
Sui's broken out.
Yeah, so for those of you that remember, obviously 411 was my daily pivot zone. We also had this drawn out as a key level, and as you can see, we've respected that on the daily. Came in, we did dip below it, but daily closes all respected this $3.71, 72-ish level. But that $4.11, 4.12 region was obviously the pain in the arse for it, and we did get above. We retested it yesterday, pretty much bang on the nose, and we've come down again today.
Yeah, if you look on the hourly, I think it is on Sui, it was a really brutal rejection.
Yeah.
So you can see that sort of first, every time it's had that sort of broken up, it's been a really sort of brutal rejection back.
Yeah. I mean, for me, this is the next. I mean, it's not really, you know, it's only about a 10% move away from the daily pivot into here, but this is kind of the last line for me, I think, before it goes above $5. Obviously, around $5 is the all-time high, isn't it? Oh, no, sorry, just above. But I think this is quite a troublesome area for it. And then, potentially $5. But, you know, you look at that and you can just see the buildup of liquidity that will be above there. You've got high, lower high, and then obviously sell off. So all that will be waiting to be cleared. And yeah, obviously attention fixed back towards who. One thing I haven't checked in a while is obviously Say.
Yeah, it's pumping up a little bit.
Yeah, it gets, obviously that has been juicy, hasn't it, from the bottom? That did a 2x pretty quickly. But yeah, I think as we've got drawn out here, I think that still remains the key level on Say, up towards 47 cents. That looks good to me. Still long on the daily on Stonksy as well, which is nice. But do you think we are gonna break out on Bitcoin soon, or do you think we're in for another long drawn out phase of consolidation and boringness?
I think we've potentially got a little bit more to go, but I think it'll be an upwards move soon. But I think we'll continue having sort of those liquidation wicks back into some of the key areas. I think we saw, if I get it up somewhere, if I get my chart up somewhere, we obviously had that wick in over the weekend into that sort of liquidity patch. I don't think we'll fill in that fair value gap. I think people are looking at that in sort of more desperate sideline, hoping that we'll refill that. I don't see us refilling that, but I can potentially see us having another wick down to grab the liquidity. I think certainly if you look at it on the higher time frame, you can see it. There's a lot of that sort of downside liquidity grabs. It feels like we're moving closer. I think the big thing for me will be is if we can clear that 120 mark. If we can clear that sort of 120 layer, I think we then potentially push quite hard up to sort of 126, maybe 128 ish.
Yeah, I agree. I think clearance of there, and I think that kind of 130 to 140 zone is really looking juicy. I think because I think that I think for me that would be where I'd be looking for like a cycle top, because I think 150 will be kind of the magical number that people are waiting for and people get excited about. And then I think obviously we just won't get there. That's obviously the next big juicy round number. I think for me personally, I think we would trade up into here somewhere within this kind of 10k region, and obviously distribute again, and then we will compress like this. But people would think it's just the next consolidation before another leg up, waiting for that big juicy round number, and then we would do this for a month, 2 months, whatever. And then that would be it. And then that would be then the start of the macro descend, in my opinion. I can't see it having much more juice after that.
Yeah, and we might get a really strong wick up to 150 and then just brutal rejection back down. It may just have a sort of full send wick up. But I think for me, one of the more telling bits about where we are, both on sort of stocks and crypto, is you're seeing a lot of big players begin to take chips off the table. I think from stocks, we've seen Bezos doing a lot of selling. We've seen Wang doing a lot of selling of Nvidia. We obviously had the Satoshi era whale who was offloading. I think we're at that point now where people are taking profits, and I think put yourself in the shoes of someone like a Bezos or someone like a Wang. The advice that they're getting from economists will be far ahead of anything Joe Public will ever get. Yeah.
Well, he sold, didn't he? Bezos. He sold $5 billion worth of stock last week.
Yeah, I think he sold like 20 billion or something this year.
And obviously, the big guy. Oh my God, I forgot his name.
Huang.
No, not Huang. What's he called now? Berkshire Hathaway guy. What's he called?
Oh, Buffett.
Yeah, Buffett. Yeah. Obviously, he's been selling for ages. I mean, he's obviously, in hindsight, obviously he sold way too early. But who cares? Like to him, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Ray Dalio as well. He's been taking a lot of chips off the table. I think if you ever sort of want to listen to someone when it comes to a macro perspective, Ray Dalio is a person that you should listen to very intently. I think it's getting to the point.
the very famous Bitcoin meme as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
When he was on stage, it's going to zero.
Yeah, now he's advising 15% allocation, isn't he?
It wasn't. Oh no, that wasn't actually. I think that was.
It wasn't him.
Dan Paynter. Was it Dan Paynter? I think it was instead.
I don't. Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, it wasn't Ray Dalio. No, yeah, I think it was Dan Paynter, or however you say his name. Yeah, he was the guy who did the Bitcoin to zero thing.
Yeah, Ray Dalio endorses 15% Bitcoin or gold portfolio allocation.
Yeah.
If you ever want to read a very good book, Ray Dalio, Changing of the World Order, is a very, very good book on essentially fiat depreciation. Which, if you're in Bitcoin probably because of that, unless you're just purely here to chase the big gains. But here, ideologically, that's essentially what you're looking at.
Yeah. But obviously this week we have some big news coming. So on Wednesday we have ADP employment change. These are all red important, so obviously high importance data events. We also have the first. So when you're looking at, for anyone who doesn't know, when you're looking at GDP, the only one that really matters is the first print, because the two prints after that, which happen, are just recalculations of the first print. The first data release that you get after obviously a quarter ends is the other one. So you'll see this come up for Q2 again next month and then the month after, but they'll come up as red importance, but no point even looking at them because they're just recalibrations. The first one will obviously be the most important. So we've got them two on Wednesday, obviously followed by FOMC, Fed's interest rate decision. Could it be Powell's last one? Could it be the time they cut? Who knows? Following into that, then on Thursday we have core PCE, and then Friday, obviously the big one is NFP, mixed in with a couple of others as well, ISM manufacturing and average hourly earnings, but big one on that day is NFP. So yeah, obviously quite a news heavy Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to this week to end July and start August. And it should obviously cause some nice ripples in the market as well. Did you see the funny video I put in Stonksy? I think, what day was it? Was it on like Friday or Saturday?
Of Trump and Powell.
That was so funny. You can just tell how much they hate each other, can't you?
Yeah. Oh, I saw that funny. There was that meme as well, I think I put in, wasn't there, where it was like Trump showing him some charts, and it was and I'd captioned it. It had been captioned like, "Sir, that's a trend line."
Yeah.
I'll see if I can dig it out.
Yeah,
it is just funny how much those two dislike each other, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, Cow, obviously one of your favourites, is up 5% today, doing quite well. I haven't looked at Cow in a while, but
yeah, I think for me, if I have a look at my chart on Cow, for me, the really key level I have is that 45 cent level. I think that for me is the real pivot point. If you flip 45 cent, you then open up some violent move upwards.
Yeah.
I did think that it would pull back, so it was quite nice. So I got some entries back in the buy zone. So anything sub 40. For me, I've seen is a good short-term entry zone. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, very nice.
Not financial advice, obviously.
Of course not. Yeah, like
I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a man who dresses as a wizard, or doesn't dress as a wizard, as today's case may be.
So you still putting the wizard outfit on, or have you just like completely binned it off?
I've not put it on. I mean, if I've got a list. I've got a massive list of videos to film, but I'm not doing my face on them, just because it's just easy just to have it as a single as a screen recording. So yeah, I'd probably put it on for some things, but it's I just can't be bothered, Dave. It's now that I've not worn it once, it's just
yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. That's why I've been thinking about just binning the snood off. I'd keep the cap and the shades, I think.
Yeah, I think if you have the hat's enough.
Yeah.
I know I'm obviously representing Crypto Saving Expert today. but yeah, I think it's not. I can't be bothered. There's some really good green on my screen today, isn't there?
Yeah,
AVAX. Did you take the trade on AVAX, or
I
have
didn't
you?
know.
I was long from 23. I wanted it to come back, but yeah, AVAX is really pushing up now. It's getting to AVAX is. I think now AVAX is at a really clear flip level where if we flip this, we go quite aggressively towards $32.
Right. Yeah.
What else have we got? Injective.
Yeah.
It's cooling
Injective.
off a little bit, but I think Injective is creeping up.
Where is Inge?
Fetch.
I have Inge somewhere. There it is. Inject.
On the 5 minute, you degenerate.
Yeah, Inge is creeping up quite nicely, isn't it? And a lot of these, you can see all the structures are quite the same, aren't they? When you look at altcoins,
Yeah.
they've had obviously this. A lot of them you'll be able to see obviously this kind of consolidation back in February, and obviously the drop down in March and April, push back up, rejection at the point, retrace, and then are now pressing the same. And then obviously that would then, line up for expansion. Cow looks the same probably. There's many altcoins that look the same.
Yeah.
All basically just teetering on the line of expansion. So yeah, definitely ones to keep an eye on, that's for sure. Is
Yeah, Optimism the same. Optimism has had a really good push up today.
Yeah.
Kudos if anyone caught that. That's 10%.
Yeah, I mean, Optimism came right into the do or die zone, and obviously that has proved to be the point of bottom. Which was around like 50 cents, give or take a few cents either side. Yeah, and obviously with ETH running, this thing could run quite decently.
Yeah, I'll tell you what is doing quite well today, and it seems to be outperforming, is Tron Inc. in pre-market. Obviously, Tron's only up 1%, but Tron Inc. is, after doing 9% yesterday, it's up 10% in pre-market.
Yeah, so I find this fascinating. Obviously, for everyone who doesn't know, this is now Tron on the stock market, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what did they do? Did they buy out a company?
So they did a reverse merger. Yeah, so you do a reverse
whatever
merger.
This was launched in August 23, never did anything. The chart basically just slow drip down, and then
Stonksy catching it.
Yeah. You can see there, can't you? Probably where insiders were buying here and here.
Yeah.
Because that is obviously being walked up there, and then here is the day after the announcement, or the day of the announcement, whatever. So they reverse merged. Reverse merged, which basically what meant that they could just easily list on there without having to go through the whole listing process.
Yeah, instead of an IPO, you essentially just do a deal where you merge with a company that's already listed and get their listing, and then obviously it's a lot less hoops and a lot cheaper usually than an IPO. A little bit less prestigious, but I don't think Justin Sun's particularly bothered about jumping through the hoops of that.
No, I can't imagine he is. And I think it's a good thing, the more crypto-related stocks we have on the stock market, the better, because, it gives you more options, doesn't it? If you want to scoop up, anything saying like a stocks and shares ISA for tax-free, you have more options now, particularly, obviously, if there's a point in time when these, get a macro turn and drop all the way back down to a certain point, you'd be able to scoop them up in stocks accounts, or obviously the main one for us being stocks and shares ISAs for cash.
Yeah, that's the thing is people aren't going to take their money out of traditional rails. I think that was sort of not into the wild west of crypto. I think the idea of people who want to get into crypto in like Roth IRAs, they're not going to withdraw from a tax incentivized thing to then go and buy something that's A, they don't understand, and B, is all the self-custody stuff. I don't think the self-custody has the massive allure for some people that it does for people like us from an ideological side. They just want something where They don't have to worry about getting hacked. They don't have to worry about this, that, the other. They can just buy what they want, and eventually, I think crypto will just become another tradable asset class that rivals that of commodities, of stocks, of forex. It just sits there.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I think it's definitely a good thing that we're seeing just more, obviously, companies or just more avenues to get exposure on the stock market.
SBET as well. SBET, have you looked at SBET? So I think we've spoken about that one. So that's the MicroStrategy of Ethereum. So that's
okay.
pre-market.
SBET. Like this SharpLink.
Yeah, SharpLink game. So their chairman is the founder and CEO of Consensus.
Oh right, okay.
And their chairman, their chief exec, it was founded by one of the Ethereum co-founders.
Right, okay. Yeah. Wow.
So they've announced, I think, today that they've bought some more ETH.
I mean, look how dead their stock price was. Like, literally just like a couple of dollars. And then, so they started doing this in May, and then it just went to, I mean, that is ridiculous, isn't it? That is actually just ridiculous. And then it came all, bloody hell, it came all the way back down.
Yeah.
Look at that. And I had a chance to grab it again at $10. Wow. That was good, wasn't it? Like having a chance to grab it again there. Did you pick up any of this around these levels?
No. Actually, let me have a look at my Robinhood. I didn't buy it in an ISA, which is annoying.
You look at these ones, and particularly now, I suppose it depends on how much you think ETH has, there's gas left in the tank for ETH. But particularly, over the next couple of years, when ETH comes back down to wherever it goes down to, these will come down to a specific level, like we saw last cycle with MicroStrategy. You go on MicroStrategy, you go on the daily chart, and we go back to last cycle. You see, obviously, it was last cycle was a bit extreme, the drawdown in the market, but eventually it comes back to a kind of starting point of consolidation, and then you get the chance to then load on. So I think definitely these ones are definitely worth keeping an eye on for the next couple of years.
Yeah, my average SBET cost was $9.55. What's it at now? 20 or so.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
it's up all right. And the other crypto stock I think to keep an eye on is BMNR, Bitminer. So that's the Tom Lee one.
Yeah, I think I do actually.
Bitmine Immersion.
I think
I've been doing some buying.
Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah. Bitmine Immersion.
So I've been buying over the last few days.
So what are these? What are these doing? Are these just buying up Bitcoin, or what?
I think buying. I think a bit of mining.
I mean, again, look at the state of that. It was at like $4, and it went all the way to 150, 160. That is just insane, isn't it? I utterly insane. But yeah, I mean, fantastic. And yeah, for the long term, there's going to be plenty of opportunities out there to pick up loads of different stocks that could do loads of different things. There's a Solana one too, isn't there? Isn't there a company that
so it's
Solana?
UXTI.
Yeah.
No, is it UXPI?
Ultra short international pro fund.
No. Go back.
I'll ask Rock.
I've
got
an option on it. It is UPXI. UPXI.
Oh, here it is.
UPXI,
Let's pull this up. Put that below SBET. So these guys are buying up Solana. I mean, look at that. It's unbelievable. But again, it just shows you, doesn't it? Like, you know, you see this on SBet. On where else did we see it? Did we see it on another one where you obviously get the initial news pump, which just goes crazy, then price comes back down around the origin, and then it's going again. So, you know, even if you didn't catch this, you know, because obviously who would know they're about to do that? But, you know, picking it up at, you know, $3 conservatively, you know, obviously multiple days there to pick it up around $3. You know, that's over a 3x if you catch this wick. If not, that's roughly just under a 3x there. So, yeah, definitely, you know, these are worth keeping an eye on for sure, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%. Oh, that's a nasty drop off on the S&P, isn't it?
Let's see. I've not got anything so far. Oh, do you mean from this morning?
Yeah, I've just seen some of the stuff in pre-market's beginning to erase some of its pre-market gains.
Right, yeah. Discipline, how we doing, mate? Great to see you, Bobby. Yes, the Bobster. And Cruz, bloody hell, Cruz. I don't think I've seen you in the chat for ages, have I? Cookie Crypto is ready to crumble. So Cookie, yeah, I have heard of that ticker before. Let's have a look at it. I'm guessing you want me to have a look at Cookie. Let's see.
Yeah.
Cookie. So we looked at Cookie. Let's just clear these drawings because these must have been from ages ago. Yeah, I mean, it's had a great rally off the bottom, hasn't it? You know, that bottom in April there. Yeah, that was very nice. Easy 5x up to there. Obviously hanging around here, you can see. Obviously, here is the daily SR key daily point to hold around 15 cents. So yeah, I mean, don't look too bad from that point on, as long as it holds there. Yeah, maybe gets launched. We'll see. But yeah, if you're in this, mate, hope you're making some nice shekels. Pump has had a bit of a pump today, if you pardon the pun. Not much, just a 6%, but I'm still waiting on lower, I think. Pump.
I think they grind it lower.
Yeah, I think
I think they've given this as a chance for those who are trapped to get out. So there'll be a lot of people who will be taking losses out here.
Yeah, so I'm thinking if you go from the top down in towards the bottom of this launch candle, around 0.12 is 80% drawdown. That means that we have to go roughly, just very roughly, about 45% lower than here. And then I think that point on, you'll have just max amount of anger and annoyance and people saying that, you know, the pump and ruggers, all that stuff. And then I think from that point on, it will just grind up and kind of, not saying it will do a pengu. I don't think it'll go do a 10x or whatever, but I think you'll get that kind of fast reversal into some sort of level a couple of x higher. So I'll be looking to take that trade if and when it does come in and around an 80% drawdown. But I mean, if you look today, SPX is clear all-time highs, new highs, about 225 at the moment. So I think that's done a 10x off the bottom now, if I do believe so. I think that went down to about 25 cents. So that is just phenomenal. Just, I mean, who knows how high that could go? Could go to a couple more dollars for sure. Bonk's having a good day today, up 8%. Still within its local range.
Saw that.
Yeah, up. Nice little pump on Bonk there. Just in general, I haven't really kept up to date with Fartcoin much. Are you still keeping track of that?
I've seen it's moving around a lot. I've not been trading it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think the attention has kind of been sucked out of it into others now, hasn't it? That was kind of the first one to move fast, got all the attention. And then now we've obviously had Pengu, SPX take over. Pengu itself came up and kind of matched its high and has dropped back below. But yeah, I think maybe this is looking like it's got potential more fuel in the tank to go higher.
Yeah, I mean, Fartcoin still looks good on the on the daily. Like, you're still in the uptrend. You've obviously had quite a big pullback on Thursday, consolidated. So it wouldn't surprise me if you see a run of Fartcoin from here back up to sort of that $1.60 mark. The question is whether it can make a higher high. I think if it fails to make a higher high, you then might be looking at a retracement back down.
I haven't looked at Peanut in a while. Let's see what Peanut's doing. So Peanut, obviously, strong drawdown, bounce up. That's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad. Yeah. Got Sundog there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, memes. Yeah, I think if Pump obviously gets a final flush and starts to push up, maybe that kind of ignites another meme frenzy. If that just starts to go, crazy couple of X. But in general, yeah, I think it's kind of just concentrated on a few memes at a time, isn't it? Like attention, rally up, and then kind of capital flows out into something else. Then.
Yeah, agree.
We've got James saying, "Hey all, here until I need to work again." Where's your hat and lovely white beard? You shaved it off, mate. You shaved it off, haven't you?
Yeah, it's all gone.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Space Cat. Great to see you. Have you still got your Aptos running, Dave? I joined you in. I haven't. No, I closed that yesterday. Because I wanted to go into this week with just fresh margin and just ready to jump on something. How is it doing? I closed it in very small profit. I think it was like $2.50 or something, which was like a handful of P&L. Where is apt? Here it is. Yeah, so it did push up actually from where we was, and it's actually started pushing back up today. So it would have been a little bit higher had I left it open, but no. But if you did join me on that one, then you'll have got a nice profit from that, I imagine, Kaz. Loki, how we doing, mate? Great to see you. Smash the likes, everyone. Says Cryptogenic. Yeah, please do make sure you drop a like, everyone. If you've not, hit that like button. Obviously, vote in the poll as well. And if you're watching on X, hop over to the YouTube channel. When are you shaving off your orange beard? I was just discussing this before, James, about I think potentially maybe the time's coming when I ditch the snood, but I'm not made my mind up 100% yet. But it may be coming. I mean, the thing is, it's the blood. I've worn it now for basically all of summer, all through this heat and everything. I've worn it, haven't I? So that'll be a little bit annoying that I didn't do it sooner if I do it. But yeah, I don't know, mate. I may join Wiz. Who knows? Wiz, I'm just going to run the toilet quickly, but I'll be back in a very short second. You can just hang around, do whatever. It's up to you.
Yeah, is there anyone is looking at? Do you want to? Can flick the screen over. Oh, he's gone now. How are we all then?
If you want to put your thing on, mate, I can put your screen.
Yeah,
on.
I can flick my screen on and I can go through some stuff if people want. Window. I'll share that window.
Yeah. Okay. Let me add you. Yeah, you're on.
Right. So anyone in the chat, let me know if there's anything you want me to look at. If not, I can. No comment, James. No comment. All I know is that I've been spending quite a lot on my crypto cards recently. ETH we looked at the top of the show. I'm quite bullish. Would I be buying spot here? Probably not. Would I be longing here? Probably not. I'd be waiting for a retrace. Like, in all honesty, if I go out. So ETH. This is sort of just my basic chart. So I have this zone marked out as where I'd potentially start selling. If I was to trade it, I'd maybe look for a retest of these levels here. But I have very little interest in ETH. I think if I like ETH, I'd rather sort of have plays on other things. So like LDO, you've probably got a LDO, for instance, is more of a leverage play. I think if I was looking at this, I'd prefer to trade this to Ethereum. I think this you have a lot more upside. Corey, I literally save. I recorded a video earlier where I went through CoreWeave. So this is the chart. There is some news about CoreWeave today. They've just closed some senior offerings, but this is what I was looking at for someone. So I said, if it holds this purple box, I think we potentially see a run up to here and potentially take out here. I'm hoping it runs because I bought quite a lot of options last week. I went a little bit nutty and spent just over $8,000 on options for this week. Around what my options. So I bought options at 120 and 121, and then I've got 165s for the end of August. Yeah, I'm in a trade on this as well, so I'd be, if it doesn't hold here, I'd then potentially be looking at 109 and 106. If we don't hold that box, I'd then be looking at this sort of 90 to 89 level. But I like CoreWeave, and I think whatever way you go, I think this will run up again. So, I mean, those are the leveraged options. I think from a spot position, anything, I had this previously marked out as a zone of interest anyway. I think anything below this breakout level is probably quite an interesting area for spot, because I think there's a lot of interest for this to go higher, and I think ultimately this will be I struggle to see a world where this isn't something that's bigger than a $56 billion market cap company. I mean, you look at the area it plays in that Mag 7. You've got Meta in the Meta. You've got Nvidia in the trillions. You've got Microsoft. You've got Google. I think the upward targets on this are quite big. Although I think from a interesting perspective is Nebius. I think it's really interesting. And we still got my markets. I've not looked at this for a while, so it's interesting. So on the weekly, so Nebius on the weekly, I had a little long on the retest. I think this is really interesting. We see this level here. It fired up. If it holds this level, you might even get an opportunity to come back and have a nibble at this level. So yeah, you can see, look, it's cleared out this top side, rejected off that level. Support. I think if it comes down, it gets anywhere close to this $50 level, I think potentially you might have a run up to here. And then, yeah, potentially $68. But yeah, I mean, CoreWeave, I'm hoping does well this week, because like I say, I am pretty overexposed to CoreWeave this week. I may have got a little bit carried away last week. but yeah, it's all fun and games.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, I was saying I went a bit over the top, Dave, last week on CoreWeave options, and I've dropped, I think, $8,000 on CoreWeave options for this Friday. Yeah.
Are they looking good?
I need some movement, so I'm down about 20% on them, which is a bit annoying. But I bought 120 and 121 options. So I think my break evens are around there. So it's down 30% on the 121s. So my break even on the 121 is $123. And on the 120, my break even is 123 as well.
Wow. Okay. Very
so
nice.
I need a bit of a rally this week, I must say. I need it to retrace this area. But I think potentially if we clear above that 118 mark, I'll probably offload on, because I think I'll be in profit at that point. Yeah, that's a bit. What else have I got on the watch? Just RX. I know this is one that you like, Save. Some nice profits there. It came back, respected the level. This dip below was a bit of a gift, and I think we see it reclaims this, and it's quite a nice move back upwards on that. Verve can go. We've got some of Dave's favourites here. So we've got XYZ. I think we've looked at that one. Long on that one. What else do I have? I'm short on Nutex.
Yes.
But it started creeping up a bit, which is a bit annoying. Only a small position, just because I know a few of the boys are quite bullish on this. But yeah, I'm looking for a flush down to this level on it. Got it on the retest. I'm long on AMD. I got a gift of an entry on AMD. You know when we had that semiconductor dump last week, Dave?
Yeah.
I longed it here. So that's starting to creep up now. So that's a case of I don't really have any step profits for that one. It's just trail.
Yeah, what's SMCI doing? Because
really well,
a very good stock trader. That I follow and stuff said take a look at SMCI.
Yeah. I mean, this looks a bit like what we were looking at for altcoins, doesn't it? If it flips this, you've got a little run up here.
Yeah, it looks it, done it straight up to that kind of $95 level.
Yeah, what else? What else have I got from crypto perspective? This one was quite interesting. Justin talked about this one. So I bought in, what are we on the daily? So I bought some here.
Right, yeah.
So I cleared out some profit a little bit up there, and I've been scaling back in again. But this thing is just, I've not seen an alt really that moves like this thing. That's just like to have a blow off. Yeah, have a blow off retracement and then another blow off.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what OM does, isn't it?
Yeah. There's something funny business going on this one, so I'll happily ride that one. And I think that's most. I think that was my cow chart. Interested when we get the pivot, but I'm quite long on cow anyway. FET, I think, is interesting if we come up and clear this zone. Our favorite injective breaking into the breakout zone. I quite like scroll. I think the risk reward on this is pretty nuts.
I think Audi's looking pretty good in it. I think. Yeah,
so that's on my list. So Steve-O's long on that one. Steve-O's long on that one.
Yeah,
ZRO.
It's literally just the same pattern as everything else. Like you clear definitely, you clear about $13 up to 14 on Audi, and then you're off to the races then.
Yeah, exactly. Straight up. ZRO, quite like this. I just want to reclaim that golden level and actually hold it.
Yeah.
STG, I'm quite overexposed to this one, but quite like that. WorldCoin. This thing just motors up. Celestia. That's such a bad chart, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's horrendous. I think Celestia, while you can say, oh yeah, there might be a couple of X in it from here, the drawdown on it does not excuse the fact it might go and do like a 2, 3, 4X from here. It is utterly scandalous, like the sell-off on that, and just shows like the evil behind VC funded tokens, because it is just like completely bad. I mean, if you tried to buy any single thing that you thought a bottom on that over the last 6-7 months, you just got absolutely torn apart, didn't you?
Yeah, 100%. Cetus, obviously riding the Sui wave.
Yeah.
This was our man Justin was talking about this. Back here, wasn't it? It was a couple of weeks ago. Banana. I think we spoke
I used to like
before.
Banana a lot. I used to like Banana a lot. Really good tokenomics behind Banana, obviously chart aside. Really good tokenomics behind it. Something I've not looked at and I'm keen to look at is Rollbit. Where can we pull up a Rollbit chart? Can you pull it up? Because I've not looked at it in ages, so I don't actually know where it is. RLB.
RLB Rollbit coin.
Yeah, there. I don't know where it is. Where is it, Fab? Now, something interesting on this. Obviously, the chart again looks pretty bad. It's had a decent thing, but something interesting is these guys just keep burning the supply. Like they non-stop keep burning the supply. So I think I seen something the other day where I think it'd be I think it was like 60% of the supply now is being burned. Yeah, 60% of the supply has now been burnt. Now these guys, obviously, they just keep allocating a portion of the profits into buying Rollbit and burning it. So I think at some point this thing is probably going to get a serious squeeze. I don't know when, and I don't know what. I don't know, obviously, what would be the catalyst of it if it's just them that keep buying it. But I think definitely something to keep an eye out on, because obviously it's approaching now the point where they really just keep buying up any kind of supply on the market.
100%.
Something to keep an eye on.
What else have I got? No, I've got nothing in that list. I've got way too many lists on here that I've never bothered to clean. Oh, that is a red wall of death, isn't it? And yet the only thing I'm short on is mind you, I'm short from 48.5, so I'm short from all the way up here. I think this is something that I think for me is when this rolls over, because it is massively. I mean, I don't know who's buying this and looking for mega gains upwards, because it's $50 billion.
Yeah.
50 billion. So like you're not getting a 2x out of it. It's the thing about hype is it's very cultish. Like there's a lot of people who got the airdrops who just haven't sold, and there's a lot of people who are sitting on like mega profits for hype, which I get and I probably respect. But if it was me, I'd be rotating. Like if you're sitting on like 4,000, 5,000% or something from an airdrop, rotate out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Darkcoin green. Aero seems to have stabilized.
Yeah, I mean that's had a fantastic run, hasn't it, off the bottom? Really good run. But a lot of these coins, they just need the market to be frothy, don't they? That's all they need.
Yeah, I'm so overexposed to this.
They just need the market to be frothy. What's this?
ADS ads alchemy.
What is it?
It's like an advertising. It's like crypto advertising. I don't know why I have so much, but I've got quite a big bag of this, and I would ideally like to start clearing out up here. I should have taken some off the table here, but I'd love it to do a run like that again. Whether it will, I don't know. But I mean, to be honest, anywhere around here, I'd be quite happy with. What else? Oh, heart as well. I found out I've got a bag of this. This is, again, look at that. It's horrendous. Yeah, this one's annoying. I'd love to just see like this just sweep, even sort of here. A sweep of here and let me sell my bag onto someone would be very lovely.
Evil.
Render. This is another one that's not really moved. I'd have expected this to have been a bit more prominent. I think we're holding that interesting level now. You see sort of the bounce off in July up. And I guess it's because I'm zoomed out, because you've already had a 35% move upwards. But this one, I'd just like to see this start to move up again. Link beginning to move. This absolute. It's a good project, but my oh my, I just want it to move. I've got way too big a bag of this.
Peak, yeah. Peak's regular, innit, on your watch list.
Yeah, I mean, I longed here and got about 50% out here, and then I just wasn't expecting this. This has just been bled out, but this is what we mean when we say about the altcoins. Is this is something that's just been bled out so bad.
I mean, look at how many red weeks in a row that was. That is just vandalous, isn't it?
Yeah, like this is just pure selling. At some point, someone will be accumulating here.
Yeah,
and you'd be looking for a breakout. I mean, if it reran there, the risk reward is nuts because you'd be a 10x. You'd be a 10x if it reran that. But they just launched at the right time. Like, if you're launching a week after Trump got elected, like, imagine you've been sort of investing in seed rounds on this, and you sort of have been in, you've got a massive position, and then you release TGE the week after Trump gets in, ride that froth up to there,
unbelievable,
and then you just begin offloading here.
Yeah.
I'd love to see XRP down to the pits. Adder, I think Adder's interesting. I think potentially runs up there. Matic, that's just a sad chart, isn't it?
Yeah, I really wish that that it obviously still had the old chart.
Yeah,
because Matic used to have a real like cult community where if you was to suggest any downside, they would really go after you and really get angry about it. Where obviously now it kind of just like doesn't really matter because it's a fresh chart. But yeah, the old Matic chart, God, that would have hit some really ancient levels. I remember when I first bought Matic, I didn't even get in on it early. Obviously, you used to be able to get in it probably for like fractions of a cent. But I think I first bought it on Coinbase at like 20 cents, and it ran up to $2. It was like my first ever 10x. It was fantastic.
Class. Right, that, and then Curve. This has run hard.
That's been
H-bar's doing well. H-bar's doing well. Did you see my horrendous short position on H-bar?
No, I didn't.
Fortunately, I got some profit out of it. But
right.
I shorted that candle there in July when we got up there on the retest, and I got out at TP2.
Oh, nice.
I was about 30 odd % out at TP2, moved my stop to break even, and then just overnight you just had that. Yeah. But the level looked pretty good because it came back and gave a retest for the long.
Yeah.
What else is? Oh, do you want to see one of my? Do you know what the worst bit is? I looked. Now I nearly dropped this into the Discords as well. As like when people were like looking for like stuff to long, I said you could potentially. I was going to say like this had come across, and this was just like a gamble. Because I'd been looking at it like around here.
News.
Admittedly, I took a lot out between here.
Oh, I remember this actually. Yeah, you sent this, didn't you? In the chat. Yeah, bloody hell.
That's just a scam, isn't it?
Yeah. I wonder
sad.
What has Syrup done? Because I was looking at shorting Syrup the other day on stream, and I didn't do it. It had like a mega pump. Where's Syrup?
Do you want the screen back, Dave?
Yeah, it's all right, mate. You carry on if you want. It's still around the same levels. Don't really. Oh no, it's not. I'm on the daily chart. Yeah, so it has bled down a bit. To be fair, not major. I think I was looking at it like 59 cents. It's only down at 52. So, I can grab the screen back if you want to relieve yourself of duty.
Let's have a look. See what the memes are doing. Is there anything biblically bad? What's Brett doing? I don't think Brett's got onto my short position yet. Not here to give signals, but I've got some trades marked out. I'd love to short Brett at that level again. Our favourite, Dave.
Undog.
You know what? This is actually stabilising.
Yeah. I think at some point you've got to imagine that he will sell this at some point, don't you?
Yeah.
You've got to imagine at some point he will send this. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I think that kind of pattern now is looking obviously like accumulation, and you could even obviously draw it. If you use trend lines, you could probably draw like a finalization of a pennant on that, like where it's coming to kind of equilibrium now.
Yeah.
Part of me does just say to myself, like, Justin Sun does not lose. Like, just
Thing is, it feels like it just feels like one of those where if you've got like a spare $100-$200
yeah,
that you're prepared to go to zero, it could be a hero play.
yeah. Like if you, I'm looking on the weekly chart now.
Yeah, it's the type of stuff that you've put like a $200 either spot or like a 2x, and you just set TPs up here and just forget about it. And if it hits the TPs, it hits the TPs. It's
definitely coming to a point of equilibrium as well when you look at it. Like you can just see it in the next like 3 weeks. This will explode one way or another.
Yeah,
and I kind of want to back it, to be honest.
same with this thing.
What's that? Let's see.
Donald Trump,
yeah. The thing is, the only thing with that is it's got like just constant release of tokens, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's got.
I'm short on it.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I've got a long position and a short position.
Yeah, part of me does just kind of want to go and just like, yeah.
But it's in that upward trend.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, Sundog looks very.
This is moving quite well. Turbo.
Yeah, that is. Didn't you say that this got took over by someone or something? No, I don't know.
So Bonk, obviously strong.
Yeah.
Thing is, stuff at these levels now, like Bonk, I wouldn't be buying this spot. Like,
yeah, no.
That's I think this thing with some of these is like the risk reward for spot has gone. Like,
yeah, massively. It's out the window,
like
isn't it?
You're getting less than a 2x if it runs up here. So this is just going to be all leverage, and I think these things, once you get to a point where it's leverage, that's when you get a lot of the market makers will be keen to take out both sides.
Yeah.
You can see here, like that chop there. That is purely orchestrated to try and clear out leverage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like you can see down here, you chopped about a little bit to get rid of the leverage, and then that gave the way to that beautiful run up. This feels like it's chopping to potentially go boom, boom.
Yeah, I tell you what is worth putting on your watch list for short is IP story.
Yes,
that is just slowly grinding back towards them like $6 to $7 highs. If it clears them out, I think a short around anywhere around $7 is probably risk reward is maybe quite decent. Yeah, I think once it comes and clears out them highs to the left, obviously comes into kind of that first one, around $7. I think risk reward there could definitely be worth it.
100%. Please tell me Core Weavers. Oh, need this to rally. Otherwise, I'll be quite upset.
What's ladies? That's a meme, isn't it? Or is that just something?
Oh yeah.
That's looking very interesting because that's not really moved at all. Ladies hasn't really moved at all. It's kind of just stuck down there. So maybe
held, isn't it?
Maybe that gets a scam move.
Pepe, interesting. This is interesting. If it holds above this level, whether you get Nero that pushes up.
Yeah.
Thing is, I don't know, like who is actually buying these to hold? Like who is thinking Moodeng is a very good investment? It's just pure leverage on both sides. And whether we begin to see a shift more towards some of the alts are getting brutalized, aren't they?
Yeah.
Look at that. Yeah. Anyway, I'll hand back to you, Dave.
Yeah,
So
all
I
right,
need
mate.
to go to the loo.
Yeah, go on. Right, let's load up my screen again while Wiz has gone. Let me know in the chat though. What would you guys like us to look at? Is there anything in particular? There's 25 people watching. Do make sure you smash the like button. Let's get the likes up. Let's see how many likes we're on actually. 12 likes, which is actually quite good. But let's try and see if we can hit that towards 15 and above. Get it towards 20. If we can get it towards 20, then even better, of course. But yeah, please do go and smash the like button, guys. It will be massively appreciated. But yeah, get your comments in for what you would like us to cover. We've got 15 minutes to go until US Open. So we've covered a lot there. We've covered a lot of nice ones as well. Let's go and see. Let's have a look at some liquidation levels. I think, yeah, pretty much. We're just looking at either side of the local range, aren't we? Over 120k. This is actually going down to obviously where we started to grind up. But if we look at the local range, we are definitely building liquidity nicely either side. I did think that we may clear this though on this attempt. I didn't think we would smash into resistance so strongly again. I thought it may come and clear it, maybe into here, and then drop, give a clearance of upside liquidity while we are downside. Well, I'm not in a hurry to try and short this. Yeah, I'm not in a hurry to try and short it. ETH, I'm hoping and praying that we get that last push up into here. Just give that last push up. Come on. And then I think we'll have a nibble trying to short it down. But yeah, let me know in the chat. I'd be keen, very keen to know. Of course, if you're looking to trade anything today, do make sure you sign up to BLOFIN. It's first link in the description. It is also pinned in the chat, and I will stick the link in the chat again. It's the best exchange, obviously, where we are partnered with at Stonksy too. So get involved. Come and get it going. But yeah, ETH. I think someone did actually ask for ETH, didn't they, before? I mean, personally, yeah, I'm looking to short it, but that doesn't mean that I'm right. But I think, you know, definitely coming into clearing these highs at 4,100 is key. Obviously, that's where high time frame liquidity is. And then from there, we could actually carry on, obviously, towards all-time highs, or we could drop down below. I'm looking for the latter because I think, you know, you clear high time frame liquidity like that, there is just the big chance to form a big trap and just completely wreck people, which is why I'm looking for something like this to occur. And again, whether that's right, whether that's wrong, we will soon see. But yeah, it's what I'm personally looking for, and really what I'm waiting for this week as well. I would love to trade this on the streaming account. It'd be great to take the trade, and maybe we go and just set the order 4,150 on ETH, because you never know what happens overnight, do you? You never know. Let's just do 4,149 on ETH. And we'll short it with 10x leverage. And we will do max. And yeah, we will. There we go. So we've got that open. So again, don't know whether we'll get filled or not, but I think at this point, with how close we're coming, it may be good to have it at least maybe we'll move it down just ever so slightly. Yeah. Just if you are obviously in that mindset. If you're not, then that's fine. Where do you option trade with crypto? I don't option trade with crypto. I never have, and I don't think I ever would, to be honest. Crypto, Jenny. I don't think option trading with crypto would ever really be my fancy. I understand how to use leverage, like inside out. So I don't really think I would ever entertain option trading with crypto. I think I'd probably just keep that for stocks. You obviously can. I think you can on some certain platforms if you go and have a Google, but I've never used it, so couldn't recommend anywhere. But yeah, I think if it's not broke, don't fix it. So yeah, I don't. I don't think I ever would.
Hello, David.
Hello, Wizzo. How we doing?
Oh. Oh, I can't hear you, Dave. Give me a second.
Can you hear me, mate? Can you hear me yet? Cryptogenic, how is it trading? I can hear you, mate, yeah. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, mate? Where's option trades on Robinhood for stocks? I don't know if he does. Crypto option trading. Can you hear me, Wiz? I can hear you. Let me just tell him I could hear him. I think Deribit is one. I think Deribit is maybe the only one cryptogenic, to be honest. Deribit, I think. That rings a bell. I think it might be the only option, potentially. But we do have 9 minutes until US Open. So we'll see, obviously, the week get kicked off. And yeah, I've got my limit short on ETH now. So let's see if we get triggered or not. That'd be unbelievable. Wiz is gone. I'm loading in on ETH with 5 orders. Short orders, Space Cat, or what? What are you doing? Short orders, I'm guessing. Thanks. Either way, mate, been wanting to give it a crack. Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not? I think potentially we'll see it on a lot more. No, I think we'll just see it on a lot more exchanges potentially in the future options. For crypto. Yeah, I think it's something we could see as like the kind of the next rollout for the big exchanges is options trading. Because obviously there's the market there. You know, if Deribit is the only one that does it, then there's obviously market share to be taken, isn't there? The S&P is dropping a bit. got MSTR up, pre-market coin around the same circle, not doing much. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Bitcoin, yes, came into resistance again and rejected, so it's still stuck and wedged within this range. Buy orders. Oh, okay, fair enough. Looks like I'm in the minority on the poll. Let's have a look at the poll. Oh wow, look at that. 21 votes, 90% say up. Let's close it. But I mean, yeah, that's I think that's the biggest one-sided poll we've had in a while, isn't it? I think that's the biggest one-sided poll we've had in a while. I think even Bybit have options, even though I think it's really complicated with Delta volatility. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've never really tried it. So yeah, can't really comment. There is actually a link in the description to sign up to Bybit as well, though. But yeah. What is your thesis on limiting buy orders at ETH here, Space Cat? What's your theory, or what are you looking for if you're DCAing into ETH here? Is that what Savvy Crypto has a vid on recently where BLOFIN has added that option? Maybe wrong. I don't think so. I don't think BLOFIN's added options trading. No, I don't know. I don't think. No, I think Deribit is the only one that offers it. I think. I could be wrong, but I think Deribit is the only one that offers it. No. Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was a that was a while ago, weren't it? The momentum is getting really strong, and we take the last high in the 4 hours, so that could become support. But again, I don't understand much about it. Yeah, I mean, as long as you got your theory, that's all right, isn't it? If it comes up at some point, we'll be counter trading each other, Space Cat. So, Wiz said he'll be back with us soon. Anyway, he's just sorting something out. Bybit has some stock stuff now. Yeah, it does. It does. I think it's got like tokenized stocks. I think. Yeah. So inverse perpetuals CAS is basically just where it's coin M. So if you look here, if you go when you're on BLOFIN, you'll see USDT M, which is obviously trading perps for USDT, or coin M, which uses the actual coin. So you use the actual coin as the margin. So obviously if you're trading Bitcoin on coin M, instead of using USDT as the margin, you'll use actual Bitcoin. And the same for the others that are available. So ETH, XRP, SUI, SOL, and these rest. You would use the actual coin itself. So say SOL, you would use actual SOL as the margin in the trade. Where obviously on typical futures, you would be using USDT. So that is that's the difference. So what's this doing? Bloody hell. Let me go and mark out, because that looks fascinating to me. That ends up getting back up to here somehow, then that'll be interesting. I do like to just come on BLOFIN and just have a look and see what has been. If you go on all, so Vine. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these, you've got to be really careful if you're going to try and come and short these, haven't you? What else have we got? Cat. There's another one looking like it's going to maybe break out. That's Simon. Is it Simon's cat? Yeah, a lot of these are really like flirting with a breakout, aren't they? I mean, look at the state of this thing. ASR. ASR. And what has this been doing? Yeah, you don't want to get in the way of some of this stuff, do you? We've got 1 minute to go until open. I need to go back to the CSE. Yeah, or you can just ask in stream, Kaz. Or you can just ask in stream and I'll answer whatever. I've got 10 seconds though to go. We ready? There we go. There we go. We are open. We are open on the stock market. We're open for trading. Well, join more frequently now, Space Cat. I miss you. I miss you, and I miss everyone that doesn't join for a while, and I'm like, there they are. But we're not really moving much, are we? We're not really moving much. Could be potentially a slow 2 days with FOMC on Wednesday. Let me pull up. I want to pull up the Fed Watch tool. So yeah, the expectation is obviously massively that we hold current rates. So yeah, the expectation is we hold current rates. So, yeah, shouldn't. The likelihood is we won't get a cut. Jolts, job openings at 3 p.m. Hey, Wiz.
Hello, Dave. Yeah, I've joined on the phone. The Bluetooth gave out on the computer.
Oh, it's all right, mate. Welcome back.
How are we
Welcome
doing?
back. Yeah, we're dropping a bit, aren't we? After open.
Yeah, Tron is sending the stock.
Is it?
Tron's up 14.5% on open. The stock,
Oh,
yeah.
I've gone and set
CoreWeave
a.
is sinking.
I've gone and set a limit sell on ETH just to have open now. 4,141. So I'm just gonna have that open in case it hits it overnight or whenever. But yeah, I've got that set.
Okay.
So we'll see. I think hopefully that's what we'll trade this week. We had a great couple of trades last week. For those of you that have not been following along, or obviously for some people that followed, I know there was a few that followed the Pengu one, but we had some great trades last week. We had 2 Bitcoin shorts, then we had a Pengu short, then we had a Bitcoin long, and obviously the app long closed very small. But yeah, this got us back to a much better equity amount in the account. And yeah, it was some nice trades taken last week. So yeah, I don't know. Obviously, with FOMC slammed in the middle this week, I don't know if we'll get that amount of volume in, but I'm definitely wanting to get this short in on ETH. So we're going to leave that there open. And we could also potentially pull some more margin in from the account elsewhere. Yeah, we could also pull some more margin in from the account elsewhere if we want.
On the Renaissance.
Oh, really?
CoreWeave on the Resurgence.
Yeah.
Nice bounce back. That was a brutal open. It went down to 114.
Oof.
AMD is just on a different level, isn't it?
Let's pull that up.
3% candle again.
Where is it? CoreWeave. Oh yeah. Are you still in your BBAI, or have you took everything out of that now?
Am I still what? Sorry.
In your BBAI.
I've got a spot position. I've sold my options out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're starting to pull back up on Bitcoin a bit. Oh. So what's your plans for this week then, Wizzo? What are you up to?
That's a very good question. I've got some streams this week. I've got some trading. And then what have I got? Seeing the other half a couple of times this week. And then hopefully a nice weekend in the sunshine somewhere, doing something with profits, which would be nice. How about yourself?
Yeah, obviously busy week working, but yeah, on Saturday I am out on a full beer session day.
Oh, you love those, don't you?
Oh, nothing better, mate. And then on Sunday, I will be obviously trying to get out of bed. But yeah, I'll probably do something nice on Sunday, get outside, all that jazz. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Obviously through the week, yeah, just cracking on, filming loads of Stonksy videos. There's loads of content film coming to the channel. I did upload one today, obviously about the channel alerts that have just come. But yeah, really starting to up the amount of content being filmed now. So the Stonksy channel is just going to be hit with videos left, right, and centre.
Yeah. Ooh, smashing it. Things we love to see, isn't it, Dave?
Well, that's it. That's it, mate.
Living the dream.
Yeah, nothing better.
Did I miss anything when I was gone? Were there any sort of questions or anything?
No, everyone's kind of being a bit quiet.
I'm quiet.
No, everyone's kind of being quiet in the chat. Get your questions in, or get your tickers in you want us to look at. I was looking at Thingio, though. Obviously, the resounding expectation is that the Fed holds current rates on Wednesday. So it looks like, obviously, there's going to be another long wait into September for any potential cut.
Yeah, I mean, the rates were never going to be cut, were they?
No, which I think is a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing for the market, because I do think when they eventually cut, that will be the turning point, in my opinion, for the trend. Now, you got to remember, people are just resilient on the fact that rates equals more bullish. We've literally been bullish for years now. The stock market and Bitcoin has been going up for years. So I think, obviously, you know, markets are forward looking. The current price action is markets pricing in cuts. And then, obviously, we just have one big, dirty, nasty sell the news event. Is my opinion. Again, I could be wrong, but I just don't see suddenly cuts and we just continue on this parabolic run. Just like we just we never go down, or there's never any down, there's never any turn in the trend. You know, we can't go down for another, you know, for a few years or whatever. I think that'll be it. Then that'll be the time where you literally just only look for shorts, but could be wrong. Space Cat says, how is the channel going? Are you noticing growth? I'm questioning because your videos are being recommended, even though I'm not logged in. So, really? Okay, that's good to know, Space Cat. Thank you. I mean, yeah, still trying to grow the channel as much as possible. The subscriber count is still creeping up. Like we're at 2.16k now. It's not creeping up fast, but it is slowly creeping up. And you know, the videos get good viewership on them. Typically over 100 each video. On a normal, you know, on any given video, normally 100, sometimes towards 200. But it's hard. I think, you know, YouTube is a really hard platform to grow on, especially like if you're doing like trading content and stuff like that. You know, normally like the best way to grow on YouTube is normally like just doing something crazy, isn't it? Like when people just start doing like just really like captivating videos and stuff. You know, finance content and stuff like that is a hard sector to grow on, but keep at it. You know, consistency is obviously the best thing, and that's all you can do, really. But yeah, it's good to know that it's being recommended. That's very good to know. Thank you for that. But yeah, I think.
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
I'm just about to send someone a meme because I said that AMD will begin to outperform Nvidia, and they all called rubbish. So I am.
The big problem with YouTube It's AI content everywhere, so real channels aren't keeping up fast enough. Yeah. Yeah, YouTube is a real hard platform to grow. I mean, I think personally, the easiest platform to grow on now is TikTok. But again, I think crypto content is hard to grow. I think finance content, you can obviously tailor it to a much wider audience, because just the average person can be interested in finance content. You really have to be like interested in crypto to want to pay attention to it. Where just the average guy, someone who doesn't even invest in stocks may be interested in just normal finance content.
I think
if you spin it up. It's obviously a lot harder to get people into crypto if they're not just naturally or like already in it. But you just, as long as you stay consistent, that's all you can do. Is TikTok paying nice? I don't know. I believe so. I don't. I have been thinking about making a personal TikTok, but we aren't on TikTok.
You get banned quite quickly.
Yeah, especially for crypto
if you
content.
Put the wrong things. But if you get a following, particularly crypto content, if you get a following, like the premiums for the KOL deals are much juicier on TikTok than they are on any other platform.
Yeah. Sean's got an interesting question here. He says he has to sell 5% of his portfolio for the wife's new kitchen. I've got most coins in the top 50. Which ones would you sell? So if it was me, obviously, yeah, it does line up, because if it was me, obviously this isn't financial advice, as you know, Sean, but I would look at any that have performed really strongly, and I would personally, if it was me, I would sell them, because you're taking profits on them. They've ran hard, and then you're leaving ones like we've looked at this stream. There's plenty that are just bashing resistance and yet to break out. So it's a kind of double-edged sword, because obviously the ones that have ran are the stronger ones in the market, but they're the ones that potentially have moved, and then capital potentially rotate out of them into something else. So if it was me, I would look at all the ones you're holding and sell the ones that have ran the hardest and take profits on them, use them, and then you potentially then keeping back ones that are yet to get their run, is what I would say. So yeah, that if it was me and I was in that position, that's what I would do. But again, obviously that's not financial advice. But yeah, you sell like your XRP,
beautiful,
your Hype, your Sui, all them have had strong runs. So yeah, if you got obviously ones like that,
it's rotating down the risk curve.
Yeah, and you're taking profit as well. You're taking profits, aren't you? Which is obviously never a bad thing. Sell the wife, people are saying also, Sean. So I don't know. People are saying sell the wife. So you either keep your crypto or you sell the wife. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you'd put her up for. I don't know how much Bitcoin or ETH or whatever you would get if you was to go down that route of selling the wife. But that seems to be what a few people have said.
Down we go.
Someone else said that as well. I can't remember what it was. Someone else. I think was it URN. I think actually that used to come in and say that you were going to sell like you would sell like your sister and stuff or something. Swap her for some Luna. Jesus Christ. I offer £1 for the wife. So it seems that we've now got a bidding war and an auction going on, a live auction, which I do not condone, because obviously cannot sell humans. But yeah. BPN says, yes, bro, how did the Pengu go? I seen it dump that day. Nice one. The Pengu was good it was a good, fantastic overall. Obviously, Pengu's gone all the way back up. But the Pengu one eventually closed out in total positionally for plus just over 50% P&L, which in the end was 60.88 USDT on this account. But P&L wise, yeah, over 50%. So I closed out 75 and I left 25% running. which then actually was into a nice profit, but then it got like a real strong pushback up. So I just closed the rest out of it in a small amount of profit. But yeah, the profit was good on Pengu. It was a great trade. And yeah, I'd be interested in doing something like that again on it. But yeah, I'm not too sure. It seems to obviously maybe want to go and test new highs. How is the Whiffy on Grok doing? The Whiffy on Grok. Everyone, Sean says cheers all. I'll start packing airbags. Well, there you go, mate. Yeah. So it seems like you've got a bit of an auction. Awesome on 5x. Yeah, not a bad return. Yeah, especially for 5x. 5x leverage. You know, to get 50% P&L. You need a 50%, a 20% drop. No, you don't. That would be 100. What do you need? 10%. Yeah, for 50% P&L. Yeah, 10%. Yeah. Do make sure you drop a like though. Make sure you subscribe, and of course, click them links in the description. Sign up to BLOFIN if you're not. It's where we do all our trading at Stonksy. And of course, sign up to Stonksy itself. Come get the indicator, the Discord server, the bots, all that good stuff. Come and join us. That's also in the description. The Stonksy indicator crew always think about the box. You said it, mate, not me. You said it.
I've got to drop now, Dave, but it's been a pleasure, my friend.
Yeah, mate, thank you very much for coming on. I massively appreciate it. Thank you for joining me today and spending your time.
You're very welcome. I will now be watching CoreWeave hopefully go up. And I've got a nice put on Rocket Lab. So if you can all wish Rocket Lab down to $39 this week, I will be eternally grateful. AMD is flying. Oh, that is up 4% today, and it's just hit my TP1. So that's fun and games. Right, anyway, take care.
All right, mate, cheers. Thank you very much. I was talking that AI companion on Grok website. I experiment with that. I got. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I've seen it, Space Cat. I only ever use the one on Twitter, to be honest. This is the only one that I ever use. The one that's on Twitter. So I don't think I've seen that. Yeah, nice amount of likes today. Thank you very much. ETH is slipping a bit, isn't it? But another great green background on the 5-minute. We did actually go into a red with the double confirmation, which is already in a profit, which is nice. How long that lasts is obviously yet to be seen with how strong ETH is. Still thinking that stock market will be the new crypto. We will reverse on volatility wise. Yeah, I think it's just all due a massive pullback at some point. As in a trend, not like the one that we got in March, April, where it was like event driven and very fast and aggressive. I mean, kind of like a macro trend turn. But yeah, if anyone's got any questions or whatever, get them into the chat. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I will obviously be going live for FOMC as well on Wednesday. Something to bear in mind. So, yeah. What would happen if Nvidia starts dropping? Is everything else going down with it? Could happen. Maybe China could find a cheap alternative. Yeah, I think it's potentially. It's one of the nails in the coffin, in it. Yeah. Obviously, it's not solely going to hold up the market, but I think pretty sure that it is still the largest company on the planet. So it's obviously a good portion that makes up the Magnificent Seven, which is obviously a large portion of the S&P. So it could definitely spark the fears and be kind of a match that lights the fire. Definitely one scenario. But like collectively as a whole is obviously what would drag it down if the Mag 7. You only have to look at the weekly charts and you can see at some point the trend will turn. They're not going to go up only forever. I think traditional investors have been spoiled a lot because they've literally just had up only for like 15 years now. They're not really been treated to massive bear markets, especially in tech. So, but could be wrong. Who knows? But I will leave the stream there now. We're not really getting too much volatility, are we, after US Open? So let's hope the rest of the session unfolds. But yeah, do bear in mind, obviously, we've got FOMC on Wednesday. So we could see quiet and volatility, a bit chilled and leading into that. And then obviously it spikes up again. But yeah, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, click them links in the description. BLOFIN, Stonksy, get involved. And thank you for joining me. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll catch you same time tomorrow. Bye for now.